My name is Larissa Babij, and I am a Ukrainian-American translator and writer and dancer who has been living in Kyiv, Ukraine since 2005. I'd like to read my translations of a few poems written by Victoria Amelina. Victoria was a writer and a war crimes investigator until she was fatally wounded last summer by a Russian missile strike on a pizza restaurant in Kramatorsk during its busy evening hours. Before then, Victoria was traveling around Ukraine, collecting testimony from the survivors of war crimes. She spoke to a lot of women. She was initially a prose writer and turned to poetry after Russia's full-scale invasion. She wrote, "It's as if a missile exploded in language. The fragments of language resemble poetry, but it's not it." While Victoria Amelina's poetic voice is equally modest and precise, and it opens a direct channel into the experiences of people in Ukraine after Russia unleashed its full-scale war. I'm going to read one poem in the original Ukrainian and then in translation, and then a couple more poems in translation. Бачиш жінку з простягнутою назад рукою? Вона ніби тягне валізу або веде когось за собою. Невидима валіза важка, бо жінка іде повільно. Такі жінки загалом називаються божевільні. Їй нічого було брати з її згорілого дому, і хто там із нею жив, невідомо тепер нікому. Але вони йдуть за нею, і молодший все не встигає. І жінка тоді зупиняється, вона завжди на нього чекає. See that woman, arm outstretched behind her? She could be pulling a suitcase or somebody along with her. The invisible suitcase must be heavy, for the woman slows. Women like her are commonly known as wackos. There was nothing left to take from her burned-out home. And who lived with her there? Now nobody knows. But they follow her, and the little one still lags behind, and so the woman pauses, waiting for him all the time. Testimonies. In this strange city, only the women testify. One tells me about the child that disappeared. Two talk about people tortured in the basement. Three say they didn't hear about the rapes and avert their eyes. Four talk about screams coming from the headquarters. Five about people shot in their yards. Six speak, but it doesn't make any sense. Seven are still counting their food reserves out loud. Eight say I'm lying and that justice does not exist. 9 talk amongst themselves on the way to the cemetery. I'm going there too, for I already know everyone in this city, and all of its dead are my dead, and all the survivors are my sisters. 10 talk about the man who survived. He too was detained by them. He can testify about the torturers. I knock on his door, but his neighbor comes out. She answers for him. It only seems like he survived. Go and talk to the women. Untitled, The Sea. A woman stands by a strange sea, lost, with disheveled hair, tattered sneakers, whispering a name through chapped lips. The locals think this woman has lost her husband. But I heard the name she utters. It's not the name of a man, nor the name of a child. She's standing by the sea and calling the sea. Well, the sea also thinks that she's lost her husband. It doesn't answer to this weird, unfamiliar name. It just washes up shells and sharp-edged rocks. It just whispers in its own sea-like way. Hey, lady, he'll return to you, your Azov. Thank you.